The enduring belief in a flat Earth represents one of the most curious and persistent modern conspiracy theories. It is a concept that directly contradicts centuries of established scientific consensus and observation. Understanding why people embrace this idea requires a journey through history, psychology, and the sociology of online communities. The notion of a flat Earth is not a recent invention. It was a common cosmological model in ancient civilizations. Early Egyptians, for instance, conceptualized the world as a flat disk of land floating on a vast ocean. Similarly, ancient Norse mythology described Midgard, the realm of humans, as a flat world surrounded by a great sea. However, the ancient Greeks began to challenge this perspective through philosophical reasoning and mathematical deduction. Pythagoras, around 500 BC, is often credited with being one of the first to propose a spherical Earth, based on aesthetic and geometric principles. Plato also wrote of a spherical Earth, an idea that his student Aristotle would later support with empirical evidence. Aristotle, around 350 BC, observed that travelers going south see southern constellations rise higher above the horizon. He also noted the circular shadow the Earth casts on the moon during a lunar eclipse. Furthermore, he argued that as ships sail away, their hulls disappear before their masts, a clear indication of curvature. Eratosthenes, in the 3rd century BC, famously calculated the circumference of the Earth with remarkable accuracy. He did this by comparing the angle of the sun's rays at two different locations a known distance apart. This knowledge was not lost during the Middle Ages, contrary to a popular myth. Scholars, like Thomas Aquinas and Roger Bacon, accepted the sphericity of the Earth as a given fact. The myth of a medieval flat Earth belief was largely a deprecation of 19th century writers. These writers sought to portray the Middle Ages as a period of unenlightened ignorance. Modern flat Earth movement began in earnest in the mid-19th century with an English writer named Samuel Rowbotham. Writing under the pseudonym Parallax, he published a pamphlet called Zetetic Astronomy. Rowbotham claimed to have proven the Earth was a flat, enclosed plane. His most famous experiment took place on the Old Bedford Level, a long, straight drainage canal. He argued that if the Earth were curved, a boat at a distance should be partially obscured. His observations, which he claimed supported his theory, were likely affected by atmospheric refraction. Rowbotham's ideas gained a small but dedicated following, forming the Universal Zetetic Society. After his death, his followers continued to promote his work, even into the 20th century. The Flat Earth Society was founded in 1956 by Samuel Shenton, reviving the Zetetic Society's core ideas. Shenton's beliefs were heavily influenced by his interpretation of religious scripture. He famously dismissed photographs of the Earth from space as elaborate hoaxes. Society dwindled after the Apollo missions, but experienced a massive resurgence with the rise of the Internet. This brings us to the psychological underpinnings of the belief. A primary factor is a deep-seated distrust of authority and official institutions. This includes governments, scientific bodies, and mainstream media. Believers often see themselves as critical thinkers who have uncovered a vast conspiracy. The conspiracy narrative posits that powerful elites are hiding the truth for control. This mindset is often referred to as conspiratorial ideation. Another key element is the need for cognitive consistency. People tend to seek out information that confirms their existing beliefs, a phenomenon known as confirmation bias. Online forums and social media create powerful echo chambers. In these spaces, flat Earth arguments are repeated and reinforced, while dissenting views are ridiculed or banned. This creates a strong sense of community and shared identity. For some, being a flat earther provides a sense of belonging to an exclusive group with special knowledge. The theory also offers a simpler, more intuitive model of the world. Our everyday experience does not immediately suggest we are on a spinning sphere. The ground feels stationary, and the horizon appears flat. Accepting the globe model requires trusting abstract scientific principles over direct sensory input. This can be a difficult cognitive leap for those without a strong scientific background. The Dunning-Kruger effect may also play a role, where individuals with low ability overestimate their competence. Furthermore, there can be a spiritual or religious dimension to the belief. Some interpret their holy text literally, viewing a spherical earth as contradictory to scripture. This provides a sense of divine purpose and places humanity at the center of a created, enclosed system. The modern flat earth model itself is not unified. Most adherents subscribe to a disc-shaped model with the North Pole at the center. Antarctica is not a continent but a massive ice wall encircling the known world. This ice wall, they claim, is guarded to prevent people from discovering the edge. The sun and moon are described as small, local celestial bodies. They are said to act like spotlights, moving in circles above the flat disk of the Earth. Gravity is often dismissed as an illusion or a hoax. Instead, they propose that the Earth disk is constantly accelerating upwards, creating the sensation of weight. This upward acceleration is supposedly caused by a mysterious force known as dark energy. Seasons are explained by the sun's path, changing throughout the year. In this model, the sun moves in a wider circle in the summer and a tighter one in the winter. Day and night are simply the result of the sun's localized light being over a particular area. Proponents often use low-tech experiments to prove their claims. They frequently use high-zoom cameras to show that distant objects are still visible. These experiments often fail to account for atmospheric conditions like refraction. The role of social media, particularly YouTube, cannot be overstated in this phenomenon. Algorithms can create a feedback loop, suggesting more and more conspiracy content to users. Persuasive and charismatic speakers produce slick videos that can be very convincing to the uninformed. These videos often mix genuine scientific concepts with misinformation. They create a narrative of a David versus Goliath struggle against a corrupt scientific establishment. International conferences are held where believers can meet and share their ideas. These events strengthen social bonds and reinforce the collective identity. They often feature speakers who present their latest research and evidence. The community provides emotional support for those who may be ridiculed by friends and family. This sense of persecution can actually strengthen their resolve. Debunking flat Earth claims is often counterproductive. Presenting evidence can be dismissed as part of the conspiracy. Any evidence for a globe is seen as fabricated by NASA or other agencies. This creates a belief system that is essentially unfalsifiable in the minds of adherents. The movement shows no signs of slowing down. It has become a gateway to other conspiracy theories. The underlying distrust in institutions is a broader societal issue. Addressing the root causes of this distrust is more important than debunking individual claims. This requires promoting better science education and media literacy. It also involves rebuilding trust between the public and scientific institutions. The flat Earth phenomenon is a symptom, not the disease itself. It reflects a world where truth itself has become a contested concept. People feel empowered by doing their own research, even if it leads them to falsehoods. The allure of a secret truth is often more powerful than mundane reality. This desire for a narrative makes the world feel more meaningful. In the flat Earth narrative, believers are the heroes in a grand story. They are the ones who have awakened while others remain asleep. This feeling of superiority can be a powerful psychological motivator. The community provides a validation that is missing from their offline lives. It's a complex web of social, psychological, and technological factors. There is no single reason why someone becomes a flat earther. Each person's journey into the belief system is unique. However, the patterns of distrust and community seeking are common threads. The theory challenges our fundamental understanding of the world. It forces a re-evaluation of what we accept as truth. It highlights the fragility of scientific consensus in the face of determined opposition. The debate is less about evidence and more about worldview. It's a clash between trust in scientific authority and radical personal skepticism. The visual culture of the internet has been pivotal. Infographics and memes can communicate complex ideas instantly, regardless of their validity. This circumvents the slow, methodical process of scientific verification. The emotional appeal of a story often outweighs the dry presentation of facts. Flat Earth proponents are often masterful storytellers. They create a universe rich with heroes, villains, and a central quest for truth. This narrative is inherently more engaging than a textbook explanation of gravity. The belief also provides a sense of control in a chaotic world. The world is a contained system. It feels less random and more manageable. This can be a comforting thought in an age of global uncertainty. The rejection of expertise is a hallmark of the movement. Everyone is considered an equal researcher, regardless of their background. This democratic approach to knowledge is appealing but fraught with peril. It ignores the value of specialized training and the peer review process. The scientific method is dismissed as a tool of the conspiracy. Instead, zetetic or sensory-based inquiry is promoted. Seeing is believing becomes the ultimate epistemological rule. This naturally leads to a rejection of things that cannot be directly observed, like the Earth's curvature from the ground. The community also develops its own specialized jargon and terminology. This further isolates the group and reinforces its shared identity. Terms like globetard are used to denigrate outsiders. This in-group, out-group dynamic is a powerful social bonding mechanism. Ultimately, the Flat Earth conspiracy is a modern folk movement. It uses new technology to spread very old ideas about the world. It's a testament to the enduring human need for meaning, community, and a coherent story. The conspiracy provides a narrative that is, for some, more satisfying than the scientific one. It replaces cosmic indifference with a sense of special, central importance. And in our complex world, that simple story can be a powerful comfort.